What was your first kiss like? It was on the bus ride home on the last day of school my sophomore year in high school. She asked if she could be my first kiss. Started dating a little later and ended up getting married. Awkward as fuck. I think I was like 10 or 11. She had a blue eyes white dragon. I had none, so I needed it. We made a deal. Not a bad first kiss to obtain the ability to send my enemies to the shadow realm. She had tongue piercing and cut open my lower lip. Haven't had one. I walked her to the door after a fun group date. Then just leaned down and gave her a kiss. We kissed for a few seconds, then her dad flew the door open on us. I gave him the head nod and went back to the car. I didn't get to take her out again. My first kiss actually went really well. I was maybe 13 or 14, and she was just a year younger. This was smack dab in the middle of the emo phase of the early 00s. I still have a soft spot for all chicks. She was my friend's sister's friend. Our whole crew would be together constantly. Me and emo girl had grown very close and would often be walking side by side whenever we went out. Lots of playful pushing and touching that made it clear we both felt something for each other. One day we were at my friend's house and it was a dual sleepover. The girls together and me with my friend. It was around dinner time and my friend's mom had gotten pizza for us. She called to us to say it was ready. My friend left the room and I saw his sister leave hers. We were in a corner room with the door facing the hallway. For some reason I decided this was my moment. I got up too and made straight line to the sister's room. I nearly bumped into emo girl as she was leaving the room. She was about foot shorter than me, so when she looked up at me with her black eyeshadow and emo swoop I about died right there. Still, my nerves boiled over. I leaned down and kissed her. It was awesome. The perfect little teenage kiss. I whispered to her asking if she would be my girlfriend after the kiss. She said yes, and we then made our way out the kitchen both beet red in the face. My friend's sister asked what happened, and we said nothing. After dinner, we all went back to our rooms. Throughout the night whenever I heard one of them leave the room, I would peek to see if it was emo girl. Each time it was I would run out to kiss her again. This whole time my friend was fully engrossed in whatever game we were playing and didn't give a shit. Dated the whole summer until she finally told me that she wanted to date a guy more like her. While I loved emo girls, I was a white bread guy wearing Wranglers and t-shirts. My heart was broken but I moved on. Incestual. My older cousin used me to practice with. I was 12, she 14. She threw up straight after. Now she is happily married to another woman. I was 16, I went with my friends to the fair, a girl I liked was there and asked if I wanted to go get pizza with her. Of course I said yes, then we sat down and started eating. She then started getting really close to me and I had no idea what was going on. I looked over to her and she leaned forward, I leaned forward and my braces scraped her gums. She never talked to me again lol. First full-on open mouth, tongue kiss was with a girl when I was 12. I thought I was the man, very proud of myself. Come high school, she comes out as a lesbian. We went for it, promptly smashed noses. We played it off, but it actually kinda hurt. Then we tried again and it went better. 6th grade. I think she was trying to lick my lungs. It was magical. And then I woke up. It was last night and I was so drunk I didn't know what was happening. Actually I was pretty smooth seeing as it was my first time and she had already been around the block once or twice. Sucked on her titties the next day. I went from 0 to 100 real quick. Perfect, I somehow was brave enough to tell her I love her. 2 weeks later she had her birthday, so I visited her, and the first kiss was my present for her, best moment in my life. I'm 33 and remember it vividly. Me and a 16-year-old girl named Jenny. We were at the movies. Credits roll and I went for it. I even remember the name of the movie. Endgame. First kiss. When I was 4, the neighbor's daughter, also 4 at the time, had seen Titanic back in the 90s and decided to practice kissing by kissing me. My parents actually have a Polaroid photo of it somewhere. First actual romantic kiss. 16, drunk, thanks God for Luxembourg alcohol laws and she, pretty redeed, started it. It was rockin' awesome, she became my first GF afterwards for 2 years, 10/10ths would do it again. So all in all I'd say it was all pretty good. Made out with a guy on my bed at a party he didn't know it was my first kiss, and later I found out he just thought I was bad at it. Sobs grossly and alone. Pretty decent. Was surprised that the asking for a kiss tactic worked well. Really innocent, I was 6 and we were playing house, I was the daddy and was supposed to go to work. The girl playing mommy kissed me on the lips as I was leaving the home which was really a fort built in a hedge. I was so nervous that I threw up afterwards. I was 17 at a Renaissance fair and I had just met him that day. We hugged goodbye and just kissed. I smiled, said goodbye, and left. It was an okay kiss, gentle and dry. We were friends for a couple of years until I got sick of his victim complex. I panicked and blurted, "I don't know how to kiss though mid-kiss." Not my favorite memory. Technical first kiss? 13, my friends were all sort of free spirits and kissed each other all the time. We were on the subway and it was a quick peck on the lips. First romantic kiss. With my ex-girlfriend, while we were watching the Polar Express. We weren't super into each other, it was pretty meh. First really romantic kiss. My current boyfriend and I were together on the 4th, we just started dating. He was shit at it, and we had a third wheel a couple feet away, but it was fantastic. It's Reddit, no one gonna get a kiss. I was bored and home alone. Called my then boyfriend over. We'd been together for over 2 years by then, so when I said I was ready to have my first kiss, he kinda rushed to my place. It was kinda awkward as neither of us knew what to do. Who makes the first move? How do you start? We started making small talk because we didn't know how to start. But then he took my hand and pulled me close, and it was just a roller coaster from then. He put my hands on the small of his back, touched my butt, I was just letting my hands roam around his body, then we went in for it. Together. It was magical. I put my hands down his pants, playing with his ass and shit, whispering in each other's ears, kissing some more, he played with my boobs a little, neck kisses. So pretty much, asked for a kiss, received an intense makeout session. It was amazing. Horrifically awkward because I was like 12 and all my friends were standing around us forcing our heads together yelling kiss already. So we did. I was 18 years old, my boyfriend came to visit, LDR at the time, we were snuggled up very close, which is something I had also never experienced before. I look up at him and just give him a quick peck on the lips, didn't really know how that shit works and didn't if he did either, but he returned it with another quick peck when I looked away. Meaningless and regretful. Not really a big deal, but it certainly wasn't that Disney Channel magic that one imagines it would be. It has been a few years, quite a few, but I actually had a semi-storybook first kiss. I had known this girl for a while through middle school, always interested, but never quite sure how to approach the subject of dating. Finally, the last few days of school, I got up the nerve to ask her to the summer carnival which would be setting up that weekend. The date went well, we rode rides and held hands and ultimately just had a blast. My wallet was dented and I could care less. Being at the carnival with this girl was something just beautiful and amazing. Like it should be, the last ride of the night for us was the Ferris wheel. The sky was dark and the city was lit up all around us, and I was nervous as all hell. We talked about little things and kept getting closer and closer to each other in that little shaky box. Then she said the words I have never forgotten. "Why haven't you tried to kiss me yet? Are you afraid?" And I was. Terrified, in fact, but youthful me was arrogant and worried about how people viewed me. So, I told her. I'm not really afraid, just not so sure how to do this. And I kissed her. It was amazing and cheesy, and one of those memories I will have the rest of my life. Her lips were wet and she was really cute. I was maybe 10, my dad had a BBQ, and a few neighbors were around. Neighbor girl was a year or so older. Playing a game of tagged her, she put her hands on my cheeks and kissed me. Although the moment was lost when my drunken dad tried to park his car in the car hole where I had left me push bike. He ran over the bike then flogged me for leaving it there. Bittersweet. The best adjective I can think of is bleak. My first boyfriend was a football player who wasn't the sharpest light bulb in the toolbox. The kiss was actually more of a face smash. I looked him up recently and was not surprised to learn that he is a pastor in a mega church. Non-existent. Like two washing machines coming together and tonguing each other's inner cheeks and teeth.